Oh, it's live. Okay, so this is a new format for me anyway. They did this while I was gone. But thank you guys for tuning in to episode 130 of Brain 10, where we brainstorm 10 ideas twice per week on Tuesdays and Fridays. If we don't have technical errors, they are done at 2:30 Central Daylight Time. I don't know if we have any... Just kind of going into the show? Is that how you guys been doing it?
Yeah. Well, usually we introduce ourselves. So my name is Christian.
There you go.
My name is Franklin.
And my name is Aaron. Yes, that's been normal, so I'm just kind of out of the loop for a little bit. Alright, so now we'll just go into it.
Yeah, we're going into the show. Alright,
so number one is it's build your own brand, and oh, that's so nice that you got the website right there. But you can go in here, and if you don't want to hire a graphic designer, if you don't want to hire somebody like us, you can go in and figure out what kind of font, what kind of logos, what kind of typeface that you have. The website's really big and intuitive. I would say to check it out on your desktop. I don't know how the mobile version works, but you can go in, literally click the button up to the very top. I don't know where Christian's at on there. There it is. Click Get Started. You put the name of your company or your brand and take you to a new screen. You pick the color and the typeface, and then just kind of walks you through creating your own brand step by step. Now, there is, I guess you just keep scrolling, because I only did about halfway down, but if you just kept scrolling, they give you a ton of options of typefaces and colors, and then also showcase it on mobile and desktop. But we don't have to go through the whole thing. But it was pretty cool, and the pricing is very affordable. I believe it's like $15 to get started with them. So
nice. I think it's even nicer because I saw it, but he got to it before I could get to it, as far as like putting it on my list of things to talk about. Simply because you know how you can run into the situation if you're just getting started with your company and you don't really full on know exactly what you want to do as far as like your brand goes. This gives you the opportunity to go around and play around with it if you don't know exactly what you want. And then even if you do know exactly what you want, you can actually play around with this to, how can I say this, get an idea so that you can reach out to a graphic designer, show them what you came up with, so that they have a really good like starting point to actually get started on.
yeah, I know a lot of clients that we have that should do this, and I know that that's probably something Christian and I would have done when we first created the logo, was reach out and do something like this, and it was like, oh, this is inspiration, and then we're just going to take it from here to the next level.
We kind of did. I remember we used some kind of app. I don't remember what it was, but all the logos that we got were not very good. I still have them on my computer, actually. I'll have to show them to you. I was doing a little bit of cleanup, and I saw all the old BitBranding logos in there. So,
but it kind of sparked the inspiration to say, okay, we want something kind of like this, but not really like this, and we could actually, take it to the right direction. Otherwise, who knows? Starting from scratch is really hard.
Yeah,
exactly. And it actually goes like my next thing that I'm going to talk about is Frontify. It actually kind of goes in line exactly what we just finished talking about with make your own emblem. Now, this website actually gives you the ability to build out your own style guides or build out style guides for clients in under 5 minutes. It literally will get you started by actually typing in the name of the company, and it actually walks you through step by step, picking out the typeface, picking out the color scheme, writing out rules and regulations on how to use the brand. It is fantastic. If you don't know what a style guide is, a style guide is actually basically like a map on how to and how not to use your brand. If you hire a company like BitBranding to come up with a logo and actually basically build out how your company is going to be viewed visually, you kind of want to stick with those guidelines and actually make sure that what you're doing is in line with what the designers originally intended for you, so that you can get your message across.
That's cool. Actually, we do need that. Maybe not I don't know. 5 minutes sounds really good. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but we definitely need. That'd be really cool to streamline that process. That's cool.
5 minutes is probably like their marketing ploy, as far as like to get you on there, meaning that you can do this really fast. But I looked through it. I watched the video. I didn't actually play around with it. I did start a trial account just now, so I can play around with it later. But the prices look like you can do the Plus, which is $25 per month with 5 users, $45 a month for the Pro version with 15 users and 1 gigabyte of storage space, and the Business, which is $179 per month. Kind of pricey, but you definitely get 30 users and 10 gigabytes of storage space. And now, if you are a business or you're branding that many companies on a constant basis, I wouldn't say that would actually be unreasonable, because I know what the standard price for logo design is. That would pay for it. That would pay for the Style Guide group for the entire month for 30 users. So I don't think that that's unreasonable. It's now we would like it to be free, but it's not. But I definitely think it would be something cool for us to use if there is a lower end version of it, to where you can use like one user and actually help our clients out, stay in line with what they need to be doing as far as the style goes.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, which has nothing to do with logos or branding or a design or anything like that. So we have here what they're calling YouTube TV, and it's kind of cool. $35 a month, and you can stream ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, and I believe there was an article that talked about a few of the other ones, and I believe MTV and some other like Discovery Channel maybe. It's not a obviously it's not a full cable package deal, but it does have those 14, 15 core channels that everyone watches. It doesn't have any of that QVC or what are those things? Beachbody,
Telemundo,
nothing like that. It just has things that you actually do want to watch. It's $35 a month. You can cancel anytime. You can have up to 6 users watching at the same time, which is awesome. And and basically this is a huge stab at cable TV providers, and we'll see where this goes. I believe you'll still be able to. You'll still watch commercials, and it's a cable subscription. It's nothing like if you do like one of those ABC Go, for example, and you just watch your shows. This is still coming soon. Again, this is from YouTube. And another thing you can do is DVR. This is just kind of weird because we're in a age of Netflix where you can binge watch whatever episodes you want all at once. And now YouTube's coming out with this where it's essentially just the same thing as paying for a cable subscription, but a lot cheaper actually. You're still watching commercials and you're still doing all that stuff.
Right.
Yes. And when I saw this, I saw it on, I think it was Product Hunt's tweets or something like that the other day.
Yeah.
And the numbers, or I think it was from them, I don't know, but it was like 101.6 billion hours of YouTube are watched per day, or on TV are watched per day, and that's trending down, and 1.6 billion hour, or 1 point some odd billion hours on YouTube is trending up, meaning that more people are watching things like YouTube and Netflix and Hulu than they are TV, which kind of gets on a completely different segue of like, is it really smart to put your money on advertising on TV because nobody is watching it?
Right.
I still think that obviously 1.6 billion hours of TV being watched a day is a lot.
Yeah.
So something not to ignore, but it's, we start to see the trends. It'll be cool to look back at this video in the next 5 to 10 years and really see how much, TV we actually watch.
Like, yeah, that's just thinking about it though. Like $35 a month for your core channels. I don't know. Like, would y'all pay for that though?
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't. I would only because, the antenna part, No, because I can get all those in HD for free right now.
Right.
But when they start doing like ABC Family, or I think it's like Freeform now, Freeform, TNT, all of those types of channels that are more public, I would pay for those. Because I do miss having them, but it's not worth me paying $99 a month or $100 a month for them. So something off of YouTube, yeah. Plus, I only have to buy one of them, and you can go in with your family and say, hey, there can be 6 of us watching at a time, so my parents could watch it, I could watch it, and we all pay $5 or $10 a month, and that's not bad.
Yeah, okay. When you put it like that, I agree. Your turn.
All right, so jumping to number 4, I grabbed this one specifically to share this episode with some friends of ours that are in McKinney that own a tutoring business. Clark is a virtual assistant for your tutoring business. And I know there's actually like 3 or 4 tutoring companies just down the street on McDermott from us. So this would be really helpful for you guys. And it says it cuts out, you can earn up to 25% more. I love being able to see the website. It's so cool. But basically a virtual assistant for your tutoring. And it looks like you can actually scale with it. So you can send Clark a chat message to do like reminders, process payments, cancellation policy, and it automatically, Clark will automatically do that. Wow. Okay. That makes more sense. More students, you own a personalized domain name. That's pretty cool too. I don't really care about the domain name, but I do like the processing payments and all of that things because it's something that's annoying, I know from doing it myself, and it lets you focus more on the company. Now, I did not look at the pricing. It's free for existing students. Anybody see pricing on here? Because I did not see it. I know it's an app, but... Yeah, it says free for students, it's 50% less. But it doesn't tell me for anybody else. So don't know pricing on that. I couldn't find it earlier, and I did not download the app, admittedly. So check it out. If you're a student, it's free. But they don't.
Shame on you, Aaron.
But they don't have pricing on there. Like literally no option for pricing. So.
Nah. Yeah, man.
But let me check out. Actually, I will check out from the App Store just to see if it does have a price for the app. Maybe that's what you have to pay for.
Okay.
But go ahead and go on.
You want me to go ahead and go on? Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. I guess I'm on this like designer kick today. I don't know why, but my next thing is called GoMix, and it's a play on remix. And for all people out there that are like me, that like to code, I don't know why I like to code. When there are so many applications out there that will code it for you as you build, but there are many things that I used to do as a web developer. Whenever I used to like build websites from scratch, I would go to websites, and I still tend to do this. Go to websites, click view source, and actually check out the source code of that website.
Yep.
And then I would copy the whole entire source code, put it into a text box, and actually like play around with it and manipulate it. This website gives you the ability to do that, not with just actual websites, but it'll actually give you the same ability to do it with other programming platforms, and they already have them for you there. So you can go to the front page of Hello Mix, start an account, and basically pick an app that you want to remix, and that's what they call them, remixes. So you can go to the front page and you can click on right there where it says more ideas, and you can click on tools for work. Tools for work right there, right? And they have things on here for like Zapier, the App Store, upvoting, downvoting, Dropbox tools. Like these are all like plugins and extensions that you can add into those programs that have already been programmed out and designed, and you can click on them to remix them to fit what you want them to do. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can export them after you're finished and actually use them. So, like, click on the one right there for Dropbox. Dropbox authentication. So you click it, and if you know the API codes and how to code for Dropbox, if you already know it, click Remix Your Own, and it will bring up an entire page of nothing but the code for the authentication Dropbox, the Dropbox authentication like plugin tool. Basically, so you start out building that portion of it, and it gives you all the JavaScript on the left hand side, so you can check it out and manipulate it however you want to. And yeah, I just thought that this would be a cool place for people to go and check it out. And actually like play around with it if they like to code things, or if they're aspiring programmers, coders for web, app store apps, bless you, Google Play apps, any application that requires you to actually code. I thought this would be a good playground for you guys to actually go and check it out, play around with it, and get your hands dirty. Check it out.
Get your hands dirty.
Get your hands dirty.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I feel like we've talked about this before. That GoMix, Aaron.
The logo looks so familiar.
Yeah, I feel like we did talk about it a long time ago, but it wasn't anything like it is right now. So they've definitely changed it a little bit. Okay, so moving on, we have something that you thought it was dead, but they brought it back to life. And we're talking about the Nokia 3310. And this is I don't know if you guys remember, but it was like that big Nokia phone that was indestructible, that lasted 3 months of battery life. And
man, who didn't have a Nokia 3310?
I didn't.
I did.
Well, congratulations.
It was a version of it, but yes. That was my first phone, was a Nokia.
Please tell me that they put Snake on there.
Yes, and this is the funniest thing ever, because they had some kind of cell phone conference. I don't remember the name of it now, but a lot of people are saying that this thing just stole the show compared to all the other new the new cell phones that are coming out. And this thing, I mean, it sucks, but it's that nostalgia, effect on things. And basically, it shows us in euros, but it's about $52 American dollars. Battery on standby, it can last up to a month, which is kind of crazy. It comes in 4 colors, and you can play the classic Snake game. It's just funny that one of the selling points right here on their website is you can play the Snake game. This thing, I don't know. I thought it was like just a cool gadget. I don't know why they brought it back. Maybe there's a market for it. I don't think there's a market for it. But this thing, you can't even connect to the internet. It's just phone calls and text messages. You don't even get 3G. This is just a 2G phone. So this is almost like really throwing it back to when these phones were out. Obviously, the Snake is a little bit more modernized, and it looks a little bit better. Has some colors in there. But yeah, overall, I mean, the phone, it's not that great. There's nothing awesome about it except for that nostalgia effect that you get from just looking at it, because it's very similar to the old one. Obviously, just it has a new touchscreen and all that. But yeah, I thought it was just a cool thing to kind of show. And you can compare it to newer phones right now.
So is it sad that I actually kind of want this just because?
You see, I thought about the same thing. I was like, you know what? I'll just get it, and I'll just have it in my drawer as a backup phone. You know, if my iPhone ever died or bugs out or whatever, I have a cool Nokia phone that I can, whip out and
and just talk on it.
But then, that 2G connectivity was what kind of drew back.
Right, or connecting to the internet. Like, you gotta connect to the internet.
Right.
Like, I gotta be able to check my email from my phone. At least. I don't care about downloading Facebook, but at least check my email.
Yeah.
But yes, I played mini games of Snake in church when I was about 10 years old, 15. Well, I guess I was about 14,
we have
15.
a confession.
Yes.
I already confessed.
Oh my god, dude, that was really good. I appreciate you bringing that bit of nostalgia back, because that is classic.
Okay. All right, so moving on to something real and super relevant, or new, I guess. The phone's relevant or new. it's just maybe not for us. I don't know. Facebook's slow rollout for advertising changes. So this is not available for everybody. I think I saw it on one of our advertising accounts, but not on every single one of them. You'll now be able to, and they talked about this previously, which was to not be confused that they were rolling it out, but talked about the ability to advertise on groups, and it's finally coming out to everyone else where you can advertise to Facebook groups. That way you can actually reach your audience, because as soon as you start getting groups that have 200, 300, or even 1,000 people on there, it's really hard to reach all of your audience. And your Facebook group is usually a really targeted group, and you can sell a lot of products to them. So now you can advertise specifically to them, and it would cost a lot less money than it would be to just try to throw it out there to, like, say, a location or an interest. Oh, and one other thing, you can create lookalike audiences. So these are for people who are a little bit more advanced, or who are looking to sell. It doesn't matter where you sell. If you want to sell in the Asian market, if you want to sell in the European market, you can now create lookalike audiences. You used to have to do it one at a time, where you create one lookalike audience from your Facebook or email list, and you want to create a lookalike audience for the UK. And then if you wanted to do one for Ireland, you had to do another one. Now you can select multiple and say, I want France, Germany, and China, or whatever you wanted to choose. So those are some Facebook advertising updates.
And we're talking about this, but those things are just very new, and there's not even an article or anything out there that talks about it, right?
Correct. Yeah, I found out about it this morning when another advertiser, not even locally actually, another advertiser was talking about it, and then I went to go look. It's one of those things that, like, unless you're looking at your advertising platform, you don't know about it. And even the major influencers, they don't get notified ahead of time. It's a common misconception that they get notified ahead of time, but really they're just in there so much that they see it happen. So just luck of the draw that she saw it before everybody else.
Dude, yeah, I like the fact that you're always up to date on that stuff, because it, like, definitely helps whenever it comes to, like, marketing to people. You always stay up on it. I'm trying to check out one thing before I start talking on mine, and that is exactly what I thought that was. Alright, so do either one of you guys like going to restaurants and having to sit in the lobby and wait for, like, hours at a time before you can?
I love it.
Pastime. Natural pastime one.
Love it.
I think Christian and I do that all the time, actually.
Actually,
Yep.
going to take it and say that you guys are actually, like, messing with me right now. Like,
No.
So they're playing. Anyway, if you don't know anything about it, there's an application out there called NoWait. It's a restaurant application that you can download and actually set a place for yourself at restaurants that don't technically take reservations. IHOP is one of those places, and actually the IHOP right here where we live, right around the corner, actually uses NoWait, where you can go in and say, hey, we'll be there at this time, and is a seat available, and then they'll tell you whenever your seat is ready. You don't have to sit in the lobby and wait. If you're going to any other restaurants that are actually in the application, you can basically set a reservation beforehand. Well, last year, I want to say, Yelp actually invested $8 million into NoWait.
Dang.
And they actually started implementing some of their technology in Yelp. So a year later, I guess people are already anticipating this. Yelp comes in and drops a nice $40 million cash to go ahead and completely acquire NoWait. So Yelp bought NoWait, so now I'm pretty sure that they're either going to combine the platforms where you can reserve a seat in Yelp, or NoWait will just be considered to be a Yelp product.
That's would be really cool, because Yelp touches not only the food industry but every other major industry too. So imagine, like, going to get your oil changed or something. I have an appointment at 8 a.m. I'm coming in. I know my car is going to be there, going to be ready, and I take it in there, get it done, and done quicker instead of just sitting in the lobby and waiting. So that would be really, really cool for them to integrate it into other industries besides food.
Exactly. So think about that. That's magnificent. I just thought that was extremely cool. I got that in one of my newsletters, and they actually acquired them on the first of the month. $40 million cash.
Nice.
Dang. My guess is that they're just going to implement it inside the app. Apple does that a lot. They just buy hundreds of companies every year, and they just basically buy them for their technology.
Right.
Right.
All right, so I think number 9 is going to be the last one for us, and I'm kind of excited for this one. And I know Franklin wanted to know what it was, and we're about to show you. So this thing is called Video Teleprompter, and they actually just released a second version of it. This app has been in the App Store for a long time, but I think now it's just better than ever. And it's a way for you to record a more natural, engaging videos with your iPhone or iPad. And the way it works is basically you can create your own text, whatever you're going to say, and have it on your screen as a teleprompter. And it actually... So if you see right there on that picture, it's kind of like to the side where the camera is. So whenever I was testing it and I was doing it, and it looks like I'm looking straight at the camera. It doesn't look like I'm reading anything. It looks like I'm looking straight at the camera.
We needed this for all of our clients.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. This thing is awesome. Obviously, they have a light version where you can get for free. The only thing about that is you'll get that, what is that
branding?
Yeah, like a watermark on the video. But if not, they still have the discount. So for $11.99, you can get the app. It's a little bit pricey. But I mean, to be honest, you can download the light version, and you would want to just pay for it because I mean it works really, really, really well. It gives you the ability to also, so the teleprompter goes automatically, so you don't have to move it or anything. It works just like a teleprompter, and you're able to adjust the speed on that. You're able to adjust the size of the font. You're able to, I think, adjust the color of the font if you wanted something different.
Wow.
You can do test runs, so you don't have to record every single time you hit start. So you can actually kind of test how fast it's going, if it's good for you.
Dang, that's genius.
It works on landscape and portrait mode, so it works on both. I mean, this thing is it's awesome. I mean, you really have to just get the live version for now, just test it out, and just look at it for yourself, because it's just awesome. Also gives you the ability to save different scripts, so you can have multiple scripts right there within the app that you've typed out, or copied or pasted from somewhere else. But yeah, you can see right here them adjusting the how big you want it on your screen, and how fast too. But yeah, I mean, this thing is just really, really cool, and I was playing with it today. I was playing with it yesterday. And it literally looks like you're looking at the camera.
Dude,
that is awesome. One thing that I know about our clients to use it is that we'll probably have to be there because they own the other phone that's not Apple. So looking for the Android or the other phone's version soon. But that is really, really cool, and I feel like, dang it, if we were coming up with a product, this would be perfect for our company to have this product to sell alongside the services that we offer, because this is a genius app, and I bet you that there's a little bit of work that went into it, but we could duplicate this. Let's just create a BitBranding teleprompter app and just have all of our clients exclusive access to it, and do it.
Dude.
Yeah, the only thing that I think kind of made me okay, maybe I don't want to use it, it's just you're using your front camera, which is obviously not as good as the camera the one on your back. But I mean, it's still a decent camera, so I mean, it still works good. And phones are coming out with better and better cameras every year. So.
I mean, I'm sure for what you're using it for already, it's completely fine. Because if you're doing a professional video with I don't know. Yeah, I think it would be fine.
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, vloggers and mainly people who vlog, or if you're doing a commercial, like a quick commercial, that thing is just awesome.
Right, so you don't have time to memorize that. Yeah. But
if you're doing some Ty Lopez stuff, I'm in my garage, I got I got all these books on my wall. I've read all of them. Here's my new Lamborghini. If you're in there and you're trying to think of something, you it's kind of hard now, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I see why you wanted to hold this one out on me. 'Cause this is,
Yeah, Franklin wanted to know what it was, and I wasn't going to tell him. But yeah, I'll have to show you guys the videos that I created, so
All right.
it's pretty cool.
I thought I had a bonus one, but do not. So, dang it, I thought I had it to number 10. Anyway, so that is the end of our show. New format, and we are announcing that there will be a podcast. We just don't know a date yet, but I want to say this so that we are accountable. But my name is Aaron. I am a co-host today, I guess, for this part of the room.
yes. And my name is Franklin. I'm the other co-host in this part of the room.
And I'm the outcast. My name is Christian. You can see kind of Franklin over here, the corner. But yeah, just like Aaron said, we're kind of working on this new format and getting this ready to go. And eventually it'll be a podcast show as well. So we're working on that.
All right. See you guys on Tuesday. Literally, we'll see them.
Peace.